Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Rafea Mohsin and welcome to another exciting episode of Ghabrana Nahi Evenement Conversations powered by EVENEMENT Corporate Event Management. आज के जो हमारे मेहमान हैं, there are a group of dynamic individuals who decided to come together and create magic in the name of music. उनको ना सिर्फ locally but globally भी इतनी recognition मिली है and उनको बहुत सराहा जाता है and they have fans all over the world. EVENEMENT has personally also worked with them on so many of our programs, and the kind of energy and the kind of engagement that they bring takes the audience to another level. So without any further delay, I'd like to call on the team members of Quadrum that we have with us, with your virtual applause, of course. Please welcome Atif Saeed, Daud Randle, and Umer Saud. How are you guys? How's it going? Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
How's it going, guys? How's it been? How's Corona and COVID and stay at home treating you guys?
I don't know. We shouldn't complain. So we still at home.
Okay.
We were safe. So
Corona has been treating us like this.
Yeah.
Never like this before, ever in our life.
So Daud has been the most hit by Corona, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, guys, so we're going to start off by, kind of getting to know a lot of our viewers and a lot of our audience when they found out that we have Quadrum on board with us for our next show. They really wanted to know, like the name is just out there. Everybody knows who Quadrum is, but nobody really knows the actual story behind it. Like, what is Quadrum? How did it form? How did the idea come about? Like, give us a story about how it originated and how it became this big thing that it is today.
Okay. Quadrum happened completely by accident. It was not supposed
happy accident.
The third child.
Yeah. Or first for some people, I don't know. So it happened completely by accident. We met at TEDx. The theme was collective genius. They said drum circle करेंगे जिसपे बहुत ज़्यादा लोग आएंगे. So बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों में सिर्फ हम 4 लोग थे. Saad isn't here. Saad is in Islamabad. So we played. In fact, just yesterday I found a clip of our very first performance at TEDx, and it is terrible. It is falling.
I don't know what people were thinking.
And we got a standing ovation, and it was just awful.
I was standing ovation because everybody was so bored at the talks.
You're like, please leave. We've had enough.
Exactly. So we were like, so अभी हमने देखी कल I was mortified. ये क्या था? It was so bad. So I just looked, and this was 10 years ago, mind you. So 10 साल के बाद we've come a long way. That happened, and after about 4 months we didn't meet. मुझे इनके नाम भी नहीं पूरी तरह पता थे, like full names क्या थे. We forgot about each other. We met through another friend, Mehreen Rana. She used to host the open mic nights at Nando's back then. She said, तुम लोग आ जाओ, play कर लो. हमने कहा अच्छा ठीक है. So we played, and then press coverage of the event said that Quadrum stole the show. And I'm like, Quadrum kaun tha?
I was thinking, Quadrum kaun tha? Was it those guys over there who went before us?
So Fab, who was also a journalist, somehow somebody asked him, and he had this bright idea, yeah, I'll just call this group of people Quadrum. And that's pretty much it. And then we started getting shows. People said, yeah, aap log bajaye. Then humne kaha, chalo yaar, let's meet and let's actually do something about it. Then I'm like, the band was formed, and then I said, "Aapka pura naam kya hai? Aapka pura naam kya hai? Aap kya karte hain?" So we got to know each other later. The band formed much before.
That's one of the unique things. Most people are friends first, and then they make a band. We made the band first, and then we started to get to know each other. But it was too late.
You had no other choice.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the story.
At the start of it, was it awkward for you guys to just come together and randomly start playing? Was there a clash of kind of ideologies, behind that? Like how did it magically just become?
The thing is that work for Quadrum from day one, we didn't recognize it back then, but even today is our chemistry. I mean, our chemistry is really, really good. And even at that time, we used to talk about rehearsing for a show and we didn't. We would meet backstage and we say, shit, what do we do? Okay, you play this, I'll play this, okay? And when I say this, you do this. So that was like for the longest time we did that until Quadrum started getting bigger. And we thought that maybe we should take it a bit more seriously because we had our day jobs and Quadrum was on the side. And slowly Quadrum became bigger than our day job and until it became our day and night job.
Exactly. So was it always a kind of a sudden explosion before the show that, oh my God, what are we going? Has there ever been any disasters on the stage while you're trying to pick one person gone completely off and you're just like, what's happening?
From the day one, I think till today, there are awkward moments on the stage because in Pakistan, I think most of the musicians will back me up with this. That dealing with the sound system at different arenas is a mayhem, is a nightmare.
Absolutely.
Which is why there are not many days when you get everything perfect. Which is why there are blunders. There are times when the mics go off. There are times when
mics fall off.
Mics fall off because of too much resonance.
Oh, mics fall off. I thought you said you fall off while playing.
we still have to get there.
Not yet.
And then like from different arenas, the requirements are different. Which is why we are always struggling with the people who are doing our sound. So there are awkward moments, but then as Atif said, that there's such great chemistry between all of us that somehow we always end up covering it.
And I think that's the secret to Quadrum success. We are really good at covering up our messes.
Oh my God, that's really a good, unique thing to have. Like not a lot of people, when three different people come from three different kind of ideologies, when they come together and then there's a clash.
We have one missing right now.
4 different people, absolutely. Yeah, 4 different people when they come together and you're all on different wavelengths, but when you're in it, you're in it. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting over here. So how did this, for example, Quadrum is known as the percussion band. Did you guys ever think when it grew bigger, obviously when it started off, it was only drumming and different sorts of beat using this very instrument. Do you currently, do you ever think that you want to take this to another level by incorporating some other kind of musical instrument fusions, or you haven't thought about that?
We will be open to experiment and try out different fusions of different instruments. But primarily, we are a percussion band, and that's our identity. And it's interesting because with drums, you're limited to four drums. So it's kind of interesting how to come up with new rhythms and how we can explore new territory while staying with the native instruments.
So we have, building on that, we really want to try new stuff, but we will always primarily remain a percussion band. So that's what
we want to let go of your bass.
This is very basic. This is very natural to our existence because rhythm is something that we all are born with, which is why you must have noticed for rhythm, you don't necessarily need any instrument to be in front of you, right? Tables we have started, tapping our legs whenever a beat comes to our mind. There you have it. And there are times when we have no instrument in front of us, and still we end up making a set out of nothing.
And a couple of times, sometimes when people ask that, how can you don't have any vocals? How can you have a band without vocals? And then we tell them, okay, well, why don't you let us play? And then you tell us we felt the absence of vocals. And we play and we say, no, there was no we didn't feel any absence.
So when was the time when you guys started doing these public drum circles? After your TEDx meetup, and you said that, as Daud said, that there were only 4 people when you came up. So how did it start expanding? When did you start this concept of drum circles? It gave the sort of power that I've seen. Usually there's hundreds of people who want to be a part of it, and they all just come together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So drum circles, it's a concept that is happening since so long all over the world. Pakistan में very few people sometime जो सुनते थे किसी के घर में बहुत साल पहले 4 लोगों ने drum circle कर लिया. So but percussion, nobody ever really played percussion as as a major instrument in Pakistan. So when we came about, we were offered a lot of corporate work. जिसमें EVENEMENT was also has hired us many times, as you said. So वहाँ से we started exploring, like one of our earliest. It wasn't a drum circle, but it was an activity we did for 800 people at the Expo Center. So we didn't have many instruments, but we divided it into a structure that was like a different kind of drum circle, if you will. So that's how we kind of came into that. Then Atif started conducting drum circles with his drum clinic, and so basically Atif brought a lot of drum circle to the public, and all the drum circle activity that we see today in Lahore is pretty much thanks to this guy. So he's brought that, and so it's all kind of come together like that. So the drum circles is it's a completely different ball game from performances. So they both have their own very, very distinct qualities.
And I think still there are people who will not really know the instrument that they're playing, but they're playing it. So when it comes to Quadrum, we have introduced a lot of instruments which do not even exist in Pakistan.
True.
So because most of the instruments are imported, whenever we traveled, we always brought back some instruments. We ordered a lot of instruments online. We educated ourselves so much after from Quadrum. What other instruments are there, which are percussion instruments, which are not actually drum, but they obviously make different sounds. And there are notations in percussion instruments as well. So we hardly need any notational instrument, just like a string instrument or a piano or anything like that, per se. So even with the percussions only, you can make amazing music. And that's what we're doing.
And like you said, with like different kinds of instruments, you can have different kinds of sounds that you probably don't even expect. Like you guys have now researched, but when people come together and people see it, they're amazed when they're part of a drum circle and when they're playing the different sounds and the kind of music that's coming from all over. It's absolutely amazing. And like I said in my introduction before calling you guys up, that it takes that engagement and that vibe just takes everyone to another level. They become so in it that it, how does that feel? Like, isn't it like empowering, sort of like magical feeling? Like I am excited just looking at it, when everybody's into it and they're in their zone. Like, how does it feel to you guys, bringing it all together and, being somewhat pioneers of this kind of a concept?
Well, Rafea, it's the energy itself is completely mind-blowing. And a drum circle is very different than jamming, because what happens in a drum circle, 10 people or 150 people, what happens is it becomes a common goal to carry one groove. So everybody is working together to carry a groove, which sometimes crumbles and then rises again. So it's a whole journey. Every drum circle is a complete journey.
Exactly. Okay, guys, so we've got a nice intro for our viewers about what Quadrum is and how you all came together and how it is what it is right now. So we're going to start off with, don't get scared by this. As the show says, Ghabrana Nahi. So we're going to do our rapid fire round segment. And because we wanted everyone to be involved in this, so we have a separate set of rapid fire questions for all three of you guys.
Oh, wow.
So on their screen as well. We're going to start off with Atif. You're going to see the questions on the screen and I'm going to say them out. And the idea is to be absolutely candid, absolutely rapid, because इससे पहले हमने shows की हम थोड़ी सी disclaimer दे देते हैं कि आप rapid ना भी होना चाहें तो ठीक है, लेकिन फिर वो इतनी लंबी conversation चली जाती है कि फिर सो जाती है. So we're going to keep it absolutely.
That's not going to happen.
Yes.
That's going to happen. Okay, I'm loving it, loving the vibe. So let's move on to our rapid fire segment. Okay, so Atif, the first question for you is the one talent of yours or that very few people know about.
I can turn my feet backwards.
What?
Like a pichilberry.
We definitely do not want a demo of that right now. Do not want to scare the people away.
Yes. And sometimes I would put my jacket on backwards and really mess with their heads.
Oh my God. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. Do you prefer childhood memories or adulting? Are you done with your childhood, or would you like to go back?
I'm being a child right now.
Really? You still haven't come out of it.
I flipped them around. My childhood was like no, that wasn't good enough. I'm doing my childhood now.
Okay, great. You're catching up to it now. Okay, next question. One of your most memorable performances as Quadrum.
Question actually.
Islamabad Coke Fest.
Ooh. Islamabad Coke Fest.
35,000 people.
Islamabad Coke Fest, there was about 35,000 people.
Oh, wow.
That was intense. That was really intense. Yeah.
And did they all come together and, just really get into it?
They were going nuts. There's a certain high. You're playing in front of 35,000 people and they're going crazy. That's a really good feeling.
That's another level. Absolutely. Okay, next question. Who is the most responsible out of all four of you?
I'll just pass that. I'll call Daud, sir.
Okay, so unanimous vote for Daud for being the most responsible.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you.
That's pressure right there. Yeah. And that's me giving up responsibility because I'm a child.
A child, remember. Okay. So the last question for you, Atif, is where would you go if you were invisible?
Ooh. Oh.
I can't say that in public.
You're not so candid.
I'm trying not to be candid.
Okay. That are wonderful answers we got from Atif. We're going to move on to Umer. So, which one of you is always... Oh, sorry. Do we have the question again? Yeah. So, which one of you is always late to a performance?
That's still down. That's still
You
him.
can say Daud and Saad as well.
But see,
Okay.
my point is, being just in time and being late is different. I have never been late. I've been just in time all the time.
Yeah.
Quite a contradiction where you say that the most responsible member of Quadrum is always late.
This is how we work.
He's responsibly late.
That's
Being late very responsibly.
Yes. So I'm never late that it ruins the performance. I'm
Yes,
just
that's an effect.
in time.
Just give
just the right time to make that.
Give us an adrenaline rush,
Yes.
fight or flee response.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so the next question. What is your dream job?
my dream job. Difficult. I think being a musician. That I
You're
don't have
living
to do.
it. Okay, great. So next question. Your favorite day of the week, and we'd also like to know why.
It's Saturday.
And why?
Because the next day is like off for everyone. Like so the entire world is at a pause. That's why.
Universal Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next question. What celebrity annoys you the most?
Do you want to say that on air?
Like I said, let's keep it candid and let's keep it absolute.
Any celebrity.
At your own risk.
I won't answer that question.
Okay, so let's go on to the next question. What is one of your weird quirks?
Come again?
Weird quirks.
One of your weird quirks, like weird habits.
Sara weird.
यार हाँ काफी सारा weird हूँ मैं. Most of my talents are weird.
Overall.
And my band knows about all those quirks.
Yeah, sadly, all of us go too much about each other.
Let's get back to the band. After the show, I think we should get back to the band and get to know more about this question.
All fair.
Okay, great. So let's come to Daud now. Daud, are you ready for your rapid fire?
Yeah. Ready as I'll ever be. Yes.
Okay, so let's have the first question up. What is the meanest thing that you've ever said to someone?
Oh, okay.
There are so many.
It's difficult for him to choose. I'm telling you.
Okay, so I normally try to be very politically correct and not, be, not be mean, offensive. But when I cross that threshold, I think I have said a lot of things, but I don't remember. I deliberately want to forget those things. I wish I knew them. I actually think that's a very good question. I wish I knew what's the meanest thing I said.
But you're saying that you have said a lot of mean things.
I do say mean things. Yes, I do. But I'm coached in direction, yes.
Okay, great. So the next question up for you, Daud, is on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know the rest of the band?
Oh, okay. Personally, I would say about 9.5.
Really? That confident?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is very disturbing.
One you know more and the other you know a little less of. Equally.
They will think that I don't know much about them, but I do.
He's Misna like that.
I'm the mother of the band, so yeah.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons this band will never break.
No, we wish that it would never. Now keep doing what you're doing and keep Quadrum together. Okay, next question. Who is your favorite person in the world?
Well, I'll have to say my mom is because, not because, but the case is that she's, after I lost my dad 10 years ago, 13 years ago now. So I realized that, I cannot operate without my mom. So I'll be in isolation when I'm I try to stay away because I have to go out of the house. It gets weird that we're in the same house, but I can't see her. So yeah, she is the most important person and favorite person.
Zara Auntie is an absolute favorite of ours as well. So do let her know we said that. We love Zara Auntie. Okay, next question. What product do you refuse to promote? Sorry, is there a problem in the sound? Okay, so what product do you refuse to promote? Can you see the question? Question is up there. Sorry guys, aisa hota rehta hai. We are in a digital era operating remotely, so these issues do happen. We're not gonna worry about that. Okay, so we have a bit of a I think voice ka challenge aaya, but that's okay. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna check it behind it. So I'm sure कि आपको अभी तक का program बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. These Quadrum as a band, you can see the vibe that they have and the kind of connection that they have with each other and the kind of candid sort of a conversation that we're having. It really shows how well three individual people from three individual mindsets and people even in music, like music mein unka jo ideology hai, wo completely different hai. They come from three different sort of interests, but how magically, they can just come together and they can create something and they can become one. You don't see that in a lot of bands that are, जो नए नए शुरू होते हैं, like Atif said and like the band said कि हम लोग शुरू में जब आए हैं, the band came later and the people came before that, so they were put into the situation and how they came out of it. And EVENEMENT ने personally जैसे आतिफ ने कहा कि EVENEMENT ने बहुत ज़्यादा काम किया है with Quadrum, and like we said हमारी बहुत सी conferences और बहुत सी family events में और बहुत सी ऐसी engagements में Quadrum has been a very major part of it. और हम हर दफ़ा we love जब भी उनकी availability होती है because they're always on a busy schedule, तो हम उनको हमेशा से अपने events में, अपने programs में we love it when they're part of it. तो जैसे मैंने कहा कि the kind of conversation, the kind of engagement and the kind of energy that Quadrum brings in their performances, एक audience जो है वो हमारी mesmerize हो जाती है, and they become into it and grow करते, as I said, because I personally have not been a part of a drum circle, but मैंने लोगों का देखा है that when it started off with a couple of people, 5-6 लोग होते थे, and बढ़ते the concept really grew on to people, and how it became a big thing. And जैसे उन्होंने भी कहा, जैसे हम इवेनेमेंट में भी देखते हैं in our events and in our programs. Do we have them back? Hey Atif, are you back? Can you hear us? I can't hear you. So check if you're mute somewhere. Are you guys sure? I can't hear you. Okay, sure, no problem. Okay, so as I was saying, while we wait for Quadrum, परेशान नहीं होना, जैसे हमारे शो का नाम है घबराना नहीं है, तो हम ऐसी छोटी मोटी चीज़ों में घबराते नहीं हैं. ये तो एक मामूल रोज़ का बन गया हुआ है that when you're remotely connected, तो ऐसे इंटरनेट के कनेक्शंस और बिजली के इश्यूज और ये तो होते रहते हैं, और ये हमारे शोज़ में भी थे. तो इसकी वजह से हम बिल्कुल परेशान नहीं होंगे और बिल्कुल भी घबराएंगे नहीं. So as I was saying कि बहुत सी ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स की मैं बात करी थी जब हम पार्ट लेते हैं, और जैसे कॉर्पोरेट्स के बारे में भी आतिफ ने बात की, how people sitting like 300-400 people sitting at one gathering just कुछ भी बजाते रहते हैं, वो ग्लास बजा लेंगे, वो टेबल बजा लेंगे, and the kind of music that is created and the kind of melodies and symphonies, it's just it's a treat to watch actually. कि आप एक बंदा, अगर कुछ लोग होते हैं जो इतने बीट को फॉलो नहीं कर पाते, but the kind of environment that Quadrum has created, वो एक, it's absolutely amazing, because I was part of one of our conferences. हमारी हुई थी CCI के साथ, हमने कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी जिसमें कोई 600-800 बंदे थे, and they literally, आपकी तारीफें हो रही है, आप लोगों को सुनाई दे रहा है?
हाँ जी, हमें आवाज आ रही है.
Very good. अच्छे टाइम पे आए हैं, मैं तारीफें ही कर रही थी. Okay. You guys
can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you. मुझे लगता है मेरी आवाज थोड़ी लैग से जा रही है.
अब आ गई, आवाज आ रही है.
Okay, just a bit of a lag, but not a problem. ऐसी remote working में ऐसी problems तो होती रहती हैं. अब you just gotta deal with them. So हम लोग दाऊद के रैपिड फायर में थे, and we still had a couple of questions left. हमने last question दाऊद से पूछा था कि what product do you refuse to promote, दाऊद?
What product do you refuse to promote? You can't do that. You can't do that. Well, I can't say fairness creams, can I?
No, of course you can. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Yeah, no fairness creams. No, that thing is a very nonsense. Yeah.
A great message from Daud that everybody in Pakistan should be comfortable in their own skin. You guys are beautiful the way you are. You need to change yourself. Good job, guys. Okay, so the last question for Daud would be texting or talking? What do you prefer?
Talking, definitely.
Okay, you're not a texter?
Sometimes, but generally, yeah, texting is just so bad.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, so we have one more question. Describe yourself in 3 words, Daud.
Yeah, can you guys do that for me? I can't really talk about myself too much. I have a problem.
He's candid. He's witty. Perfectionist and perfectionist. OCD.
Yeah.
OCD.
Perfectionist to a fault.
OCD in cleaning or OCD in general?
In general. In work primarily. No, in everything. In everything.
So overall OCD. Okay, great. And the last question that we ask our viewers, and we're going to ask this as a group, ये हमारी शो के टाइटल पे बेस्ड होता है, घबराना नहीं क्योंकि
things eventually get better.
क्योंकि अगला बंदा आपसे ज्यादा घबरा रहा है.
That's a nice answer. Okay, Daud has just walked away, so that's okay. No worries.
He's here. He's trying to fix the laptop.
So Daud, आप घबराते नहीं हैं क्योंकि
there's a new tomorrow, so one needs to just wait for that.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So wonderful. A lot of rapid answers and a lot of answers जो हमारे रह गए थे वो हम after the show discuss करेंगे. वो मैं छोड़ूंगी नहीं. So let's come back to the show itself.
Yes.
जैसे कि मैंने पहले भी बात की, like you three individual people, like Atif said that आप लोगों को कभी at any point कोई ऐसी conflict हुई किसी बात पे जिस पे आपको लगा कि ये बात सही नहीं है, ये मेरी वेवलेंथ से मैच नहीं कर रही, ये बात वो सही नहीं कर रहा, तो did it ever happen कि आपकी जो जिस कनेक्शन की आप बात करें, did it ever get out of hand कि भाई नहीं, मैं नहीं, this is not going to happen?
We've been together for 10 years, and obviously we've had a lot of conflict along the way. Again, the one thing that got us through that is that we realized that chemistry that the four of us have, we cannot find it anywhere. I mean, we went with other people have showed up, but there's been nothing anywhere close to what Quadrum has. So we know for a fact that, we are addicted to that chemistry. We cannot go anywhere else. The four of us are stuck together for life.
And yes, I think I'd like to add to that. There have been conflicts, and I must say that the one thing that I love about Quadrum and all these three individuals other than me is that at some point, somebody, one person or the other, does give in, or they don't argue anymore, and we all reach a consensus sooner or later.
I think that's wonderful. I think that is one aspect of each one of you that probably makes you come together even more and with more power. So let's give our audience, if you guys are ready, let's have you guys play something and show that connection to our viewers, if you guys are up for that.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a go.
आवाज पहले बेहतर आ रही थी कि अब बेहतर है? पहले बेहतर. Could you hear us better before or now?
I think I can hear you fine now, just like before. शुरू में थोड़ा सा lag आया. Now I think we're good.
Lovely.
Okay, great. Amazing, guys. Well done. And I'm sure you guys are getting a virtual applause from all of our viewers. You know, the one thing that I was noticing is applause for you guys as well. So the one thing I'm noticing is that how important it is that when you're playing any instrument, be it a chamcha or a glass, but when 3 or 4 people come together, it's so important for you to know where to pick up that beat and where to let go. So,
What we played right now, this was not a rehearsed set. We just started playing. That's the chemistry right there. So,
and has it always been like this, or did it take you some time to, because I have a personal. It was always
we had the chemistry, but I do feel that we have really improved over the years. I mean, if we hadn't, it would just be sad. But now we've really matured into a lot of. So, for example, talking about maturity, we just recently, in fact, yesterday, released a track that we recorded last year in November. We went to Hunza and we stopped at the Pasu Cones, and it's not a rehearsed set. It wasn't practiced, nothing at all. We just went there, set up our cameras, put on our recording devices, and just played. So it is something which is very different from what people know us for. It's not loud, it's not highly energetic, but it is very, very interesting. And we put it up yesterday, and we've been getting very good feedback. And we felt that we wanted to dedicate it to a lot of people who, and just the general vibe of the nation, with that a lot of people are not doing too great. So we just hope that music can help in whatever way possible. So it kind of gels in with that as well. So our playing from a lot of high energy, dance numbers, if you will, bhangra feeling or whatever, to something which is very mellow and something very artistic, if you will. So if you haven't seen it yet, please do check it out. It's on our YouTube page. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on our Facebook page as well. So we'd love for you guys to check it out, just to show different cycles. Yeah.
Bilkul, absolutely. I'm sure all of our viewers heard that, and I personally would also go and check it out. That's great, guys, and that's the kind of energy and the kind of positivity that we need at this time as a nation to get through these challenging times. And I hope and I pray that together we are strong enough to power through. And as you guys said, that a new tomorrow will come, and we will definitely get through these times. Okay, so moving on to the next of our show. In this segment, you guys, you can answer collectively. There's no divisions for all 3 of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop up a couple of pictures on the screen, and we want instant remarks on those people.
Okay.
Instant reactions. Let's see what you got. You can wait for we have. Okay, so the first picture is up.
Oh, what the hell is this?
It's
oh my god. Why is I haven't seen a single episode. I haven't seen a single episode.
Okay, next picture.
What? हमने क्या करना है इसको? अच्छा, हम काम है. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have such massive respect for this man. This guy is brilliant. I mean, हमारी आवाम generally just love to make fun of people, but this guy is like hats off to this guy.
Yeah, I think Daud is being very politically correct, and
I genuinely respect this guy.
I think the only thing that is worth respecting him for is the confidence that he has.
Yes, and the number of followers.
Okay, next picture.
Okay, we're just hooking on to the laptop. We just got a laptop.
Okay, so we can't really say anything here,
No, you can.
Yeah, I would still say hope. I would still say hope when I see him.
Okay, wonderful. Next.
Oh my god.
Okay, really. I mean, what's such non-wonderful about it? Yeah. Apart from the humor that he brings to proceedings, he's very dispensable.
Unnecessary. Unnecessary.
Okay. Next.
Okay, people are mean to her just because of how she looks and how she talks. That's not okay. I don't know if she's good at what she does. I don't think she is, but
she knows stuff.
Yeah,
she knows stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's not cool to like body shame someone and just talk just because they talk different and they. It's not that's not cool at all. So.
Okay. Next.
Yeah, you take this one.
I think there are better things to do in life than what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of people think that way as well.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, बहुत I mean, mad respect, man. Junoon.
Dude, huge respect.
And we've grown up listening to these guys.
Yeah.
They're like.
I think the only true rock band of Pakistan.
Yeah.
True.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Okay, next.
Oh, बहुत
out of this world. Amazing. The man.
Okay.
The man.
Great, man.
Great guys.
Great musicians.
Great musicians.
Revolutionary, I would say. The setup, the way the fusion that Farhad has done.
David put on putting out quality material
for
a while.
Yes.
Still love their music.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Oh.
Legend.
Words are not enough. Gone too soon. There will be only one him.
Agreed. Absolutely. What a legend. Next.
Really call.
Yeah, I would say positivity.
Is that easy? No, that's the full set.
So best.
हाँ फिट लोग हैं यार बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं
अच्छे लोग हैं तो आप लोग आवाज पे लैग पे आ रही है तो मेरे रिएक्शन लेट आएंगे तो वो थोड़ा सा वियर्ड लगेगा but apologies for that.
No, it's fine, but yeah, man. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show and giving us time. This was such a wonderful conversation. And you barely get to meet people who are so comfortable in your own skin and so comfortable with what you do, and they're so cool and so chill about it. And it's so good to see you guys together. Personally, I've met Daud before, but it's an absolute honor to meet you guys together and actually see what Quadrum is all about. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, and I would like to add that thank you. This is probably the best interview we've ever had.
Really?
So this is like great job. We had so much fun. Yeah, like really.
Yeah, really. Serious because I mean it's been 10 years and we've given a lot of interviews, and in a lot of interviews people don't really know what they're asking. They haven't done their homework before, and they have pre-concocted messages like questions that sometimes make no sense. But here we've been so like easy and smooth with this interview that we enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm a big fan of you guys. So I think मेरा homework बहुत पहले से हुआ हुआ था. I've been following you guys. Fangirl moment for me. So a lot of our viewers, you guys, have been saying that if you could end our show with another mini bite and another mini performance, that would be great. To all of our, if you guys are okay with that, I think we'd love to end the show with the energy that Quadrum has. For all of you viewers, thank you so much for joining us and joining Atif, Daud, and Umer today. It was an absolute pleasure. If by any chance you were unable to see the show live, please do catch us on our YouTube channel. And also, just a reminder to go and see the latest video and the latest track that Quadrum has uploaded on their YouTube page, I believe. So, guys, the stage is yours. Khudafis from my side. It was an absolute pleasure, and let's take it from there. You have Quadrum with you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having us.
Thank you so much. This thing on?